Trina baps out of a hot girl's summer. Destiny's Child is trying my fanatic patience. Miley Cyrus is out here kissing girls. And ladies and gentlemen, we have one of my favorite voices of all time, Lxuise, in the building. Stay tuned.
Presented by AfterBuzz TV and live from Los Angeles, California, it's AfterBuzz Tonight with Jessie Janity. AfterBuzz TV's first late-night talk show with a millennial mindset. From trending topics to interviews with your favorite influencers, celebrities, and performers, we've got it all. So grab your favorite late-night snack and join the conversation. And now your host, Jessie Janity.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy, DJ Jessie J, a.k.a. Jessie Janity, live in studio for AfterBuzz Tonight. Welcome. I am joined in studio by the one, the only Miss Jayla Rocks.
I'm back in the building. Thanks for letting me back in.
Well, you know what I mean? I was like, girl, we gotta fix the attire. She came in. She said she came in with a Met Gala.
Do you like this?
I do. I
Come
appreciate
through budget.
This. Okay.
Thanks for the check.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Look at her. She's a self-made woman, okay?
Just a little bit.
We got to talk about so many things. I'm super excited about tonight's show.
Where do we
First of all, yes, hair color, okay, pop.
You like it?
I'm into it. I love the purple.
Yes, thank you.
First, we got to talk about this whole Nicki Minaj situation because Hot Girl Summer dropped and I got my entire life.
Did you like it?
Did I like it? Girl, I started working out. I started running every
Show
night.
me what you was doing.
Huh?
Show me what you was doing.
I'd be running, and I'd be running,
that's
sweating, and I'd be like,
you wanna know what
that
I was
chorus
doing?
come back, and I'd be like, hot girl summer, and I'd be getting it.
You know what I was doing?
Go snoozing. Really? Why were you? Please explain
Snooze girl
to
summer.
the class why you were being a hater.
Is that what it is? Okay, you must go.
Express
All
yourself.
right, you gonna be on the bus with Kim Burrell.
Oh, honey, I'm gonna sit right here on AfterBuzz Tonight with Jessie Janity.
Right, thank you. This is your show, right? I'm gonna be sweeping after.
What's the tea?
Okay, so the tea is, I liked Hot Girl Summer when it was a hashtag.
Oh, okay. Not a real thing.
Like, it's too late. It's fall. I got my pumpkins.
It's like spring Oreos.
Yeah, I have
like,
my pumpkins already. I got my costumes already. I'm ready for Halloween. Hot Girl Summer should have came out in like May.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not here for Ty Dolla $ign being a Hot Girl Summer.
Like a fine girl fall? Is that what we're doing?
One day. You know.
Sweetie said that she's going to come with the icy winter. And I was like, girl, you can stay frozen wherever you are.
No, I can't tell them apart. That's the sad part.
Who?
Like, between Megan Thee Stallion and Sweetie, like, I like my type, but I thought it was Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay, I can ignorantly understand that. And meaning you just aren't paying attention. Like, this isn't your world. You're not here for it. I get it. Because I wasn't really feeling Meg Thee Stallion either at first.
Yeah.
I'm riding the horse. Like, I'm now a part.
I'm riding the horse now.
Honey, put me in a Mustang. I'm driving it. I'm driving her all the way to town. Horses are in the back. Meg Thee Stallion, what's tea? I got Meg Thee Stallion here and Lil Nas X on my right. Let him find it. Let him find me in the dark corner in the room.
Old Town Road going on.
All right, but anyways, back to the Queen, Nicki Minaj. Had Queen Radio today, and she called some people out. You know what I mean? She was like, "We haven't done topics. I know that you think we are doing topics. I love Jonathan so much, but I'm just going over this like Nicki Minaj story really quickly because it irked my nerves." That she came out to say that she's really gonna marry this man by
Kenny
the end
Petty.
of the year.
Now, are you aware? Okay, read me in the comments if you want. But are you aware that Kenny Petty is a rapist?
So is her brother, but
Well, they met in high school.
Jesus, be a lawyer.
He's been in prison for 17 years.
This was like the love of her life, and then she dated Safari because he went to jail.
But the question is she good for him?
Is
Did
she
you like
good
that?
for him? Ooh.
You like that? I'll let it simmer.
No, I don't. I'm just not here for this relationship, and I don't want to be a hater because love is love, and I love love. But this is just like This is like that, like when you're like 40 something and you buy a boat, and it's like, well, we don't even live by a lake, bitch.
Oh.
Like. I just feel like that's where we are. It gives me like Diddy and Lori Harvey. Like, it's like, why are we doing this? I'm confused.
So what do you tell Nicki right now?
Nicki, girl, I love you. I'm here for Hot Girl Summer. I even liked Megatron for the week. You know what I mean?
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I was so here for Megatron.
Oh, I do. It's turn up when I'm drinking.
Yes.
Rum
when I'm singing.
Yeah, we already heard that on Pink Friday. Oh. But okay.
I think it was actually, was it Pink Friday? Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was the one with Anaconda. Either or the pink print. But anyways, Nikki did that. She also cussed out Joe Buttons for, saying that her and Meg didn't create this live and that it really happened organically. And Joe Buttons came out and got bitched out on Queen Radio. Then she went to Joe Budden's podcast, and now they're all friends and family.
Now, I do want to give you a disclaimer. We've talked a lot about Nicki Minaj for a little bit too long, so I feel like the barbs right now are in the comments or in the chat room right now giving you and me the fever.
Well, I would hope you would keep your fever to yourself, because I'm obsessed with Nicki Minaj and own everything that she does. Hence why I pay attention to it. And I'm sorry, I'm actually her friend, a good friend of hers, I'm not
Are
really.
you?
In my head, we're good friends. And I give all of my friends constructive criticism. So if you don't like it, well, that speaks more to you than me. There.
Do you have any I can't even say it, constructive criticism for me?
We'll get to it after the show.
I like it.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, so let's get into some hot topics. With Destiny's Child, I saw something that was going on.
Yes, okay. So are you ready for this, Jelly?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm here for my little banter today. Okay, so as you know, or you might have known, The Writings of the Wall, which is like their very first album, we're coming up on the 20th reunion of the release of it.
Okay.
Now, I've been hearing a lot of things about them having a potential tour.
We've been hearing about this for like 10
reunion tour.
years.
Yeah, they've been saying it since forever, since the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it, but Kelly Rowland, BeautyCon was just this past weekend.
She shut shit down.
She shut the shit down. And she said, that was news for me just as much as it was to you. And I quote, which means the shit ain't happening. And like, Kelly Rowland is like the same person for me. She's always the last to know everything. And she said, if y'all know something, like, call a bitch and let me know.
Well, like, that's the thing. Like, we don't know if, like, we can't really go based off that because Beyonce probably already, she's like, well,
but listen,
2 weeks before
it's not
the tour.
about Beyonce. Beyonce don't own Destiny's Child. Who owns Destiny's Child?
Well,
Joe Jackson. I'm just kidding. And this word is Matthew Knowles. Joe Jackson.
I mean, you're
and
right.
Matthew Knowles said, here comes the tea.
Because Matthew's the type, let Beyonce not show up. We got the hologram. Hit it.
Right. Matthew said, and I quote, things like that require years of preparation and timing. Which means,
how many? Beyonce had a baby and did what in how many months?
Listen, it's not about Beyonce because we see her do it in
But I forgot, we got to add
Homecoming.
Michelle and Kelly into that.
And Latavia and...
who?
And
this is not the All-Star reunion.
Baby, this is All-Stars.
The All-Star reunion of Destiny's Child. The tour. You don't know what city who gonna pop up.
I'm not gonna pay.
Latavia will mail you your things. Thank you.
No, I'm not gonna pay $50, $60, $170 to just see the three of them on stage.
I sure
If we're gonna have the Writings on the Wall reunion tour,
no, these girls
I need
have had
to see
children.
Latoya.
Like, I don't know if they can
need to see
dance.
Latavia.
No.
I need to mail the luggage. I need to get the Charlie's Angels.
We can roll the clips and the interludes.
No, I want to hear that. Beyonce's my name and did my game. You know, the one they do when they're kids. I want to see Girls Time.
Okay.
I want to see all of it.
Yes, and when they put all that on the TV, we're gonna be like,
no, I want to see the Star Search. I want to see them lose in person. I want to give them the whole,
first of all, I want Star Wars,
residency.
Beyonce rising up in Star Wars, and here's what we have.
No.
Okay, Michelle's over to the right, Kelly's over to the left. Who? Who? No. Next story. Miley Cyrus. What's she out here doing?
Okay. Well, people in the comments, do you want to see the 5-girl Destiny's Child? Do you want to see DC5 or do you want to see DC3?
First of all, DC5 ain't even a thing. That sounds like the devil.
All right. Well,
this is blasphemous conversation at this point.
I'm over here steaming. I'm ready to take this wig off and get you.
Come on, Miley Cyrus and Miley.
So moving
not
on.
that I even care about her right now. But
Miley Cyrus, she's been through a lot. She's been through twerking. She's mother's daughter now. She's banger. She's all this. She's Hannah Montana. She's Ashley O.
She is mother's daughter.
Now she's single.
Well.
Chris Hemsworth's brother.
Fine.
I know. Thor. He's Thor. Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus just called it quits.
No, that's not Thor. That's Thor's brother.
That's what I just said. Thor's brother.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. They both look alike, though. They called it quits after a year of marriage. They've been on and off. I've been rooting for them because they were together in like 2012.
Yeah, and then they broke up.
And they broke up because she wanted to be banger. She wanted to be black for a little bit. So we gave it to her with Robin Thicke and all of that foolishness. So I think the thing is about him is
we gave her being black with Robin Thicke. That was the sentence. All right.
He was.
I know. I just heard it and saw the visual and I was like,
I know you want it. Oh God, who gave me red wine? Okay, so apparently they're done. It's not gonna happen anymore.
Okay.
He's done. She's done. But the tea is.
Yeah, because what?
She is back to munching the carpet, honey. She is down. She is down with the brown, and she is like with Brody Jenner's ex, which is, I want to call her Caitlyn Jenner. Because she was married to Brody Jenner. Her name's Caitlyn. But she's Caitlyn Carter.
Now, see, that would have been the tea.
That's the real tea. That's what I thought.
Miley and Caitlyn Jenner.
But, I mean, technically she is Caitlyn Jenner.
No. You know where I'm going with this story.
Oh, you want to be messy. You want to go with Bruce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
But she's with Caitlyn Carter. They were caught kissing or making out, or the case when they were out on vacation. And Brody Jenner just said he just wants everybody to be happy.
Hey, you know what?
And what that means is Brody Jenner's like, yeah, it's cool. We ain't together, but if she want to eat it, she can eat it. I'm going to watch on the corners. That's what I get from it. So they down for the get down.
First of all, someone has a STD in all of this, and it's freaking me out. And just...
It's definitely Caitlyn Jenner.
Speaking of Hot Girl Summer, back to Trina. I had mentioned at the top of the show was not enjoying her Hot Girl Summer because she had a little tweet that she popped out, which is funny because she also tweeted this out back in 2017. And I was like, this is a little quote that you like. So the quote was, the love be so fake and the hate be so real. And a lot of people are tying this to Nicki Minaj doing Hot Girl Summer with Meg Thee Stallion because that came after the 3 years we've been waiting for Trina to release the one, which, Trina, that's on you, one. And the BAP song, which wasn't really feeling it. It was cute, and I do think BAP's is the type of song with a visual I'll like it more. I
don't even remember it. It was like, I just need a hood rag chick. But that's a remake. We've already heard that.
Yeah, but it's fine. I don't care. I'm here for any Nicki Minaj visual. I just am.
So are you a Barb?
No, I'm just here for it. I literally sit on my phone from morning until afternoon, and I search through independent artists and people I don't even know what they look like. But when it comes to music videos, I like a certain type of quality. I like a story. And if you're in a certain league and you're dropping something, or you have a single out and there's no visual to it, I'm confused. You have money, and this is a single we're promoting.
Well, does she have money?
Who?
That's what we think she does.
Nicki Minaj has coin. There's no way.
But how many people does she owe? How many celebrities are living this
50
life?
Cent. Come on in, brother.
50.
Please. Either or, Trina posted this. I think that, I hope it's not that. I doubt that it actually is because I think Trina's from Miami and she that kind of bitch that's like,
well, Trina now.
She probably said it, but she's like, y'all making a big deal out of this? Like, that was so fake. Because it is kind of fake. Like, realistically, like, Nicki, you say that you cool with Trina, but then you all of a sudden pop out with the Hot Girl Summer because you need a hit.
I think we're looking too much into it because you have to think about, look who Trina works for. Mona Scott Young.
Well, Nicki does too. Nicki gets a paycheck from Mona. And mixing the scat out.
She's not on Love and Hip Hop.
She sure
so
better not ever.
You have to do the research. Is like I feel like the people that she's probably talking about are the cast members from Love and Hip Hop to create a storyline because Hip Hop Hollywood is on right now. Okay. Miami's next. You want to create some storyline so we can have something to talk about.
I hope that's not your storyline, Trina, because I'm asleep. But I am going to give a quick shout out to Leslie Jones because not only is she going to be in Coming to America 2. Okay. But she's getting a 2-hour Netflix special, which I am a little questionable about 2 hours.
Oh, Monique is punching the air somewhere.
But we all know Leslie clearly took a lower bite in the bid. Monique wanted a certain, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you want this pussy going to cost you a certain amount. I'm not just going to give you my pussy. What? Because you're Netflix? Because you're Netflix, I'm just going to give you my pussy? No.
That's the Parker's pussy. And that's like deaf comedy.
That's like
pussy.
90s pussy. Like, that's nostalgic.
We all like some good 90s pussy, though.
Pussy.
Can we say pussy on this show?
Girl, I say whatever the fuck I want.
Okay. It is your show, right?
But shout out to Leslie Jones, because I just think that, one, I think we see too many people getting these Netflix specials, and they're all men. So to see a black female being able to, even though we get the, the whole Monique situation, but seeing someone like Leslie to be able to have this type of platform and given 2 hours at that.
Is she funny, though?
Leslie Jones? Have you ever seen her stand up?
I've never seen her. Oh, you know what? I have seen her stand up long time ago. The first one that she has on Netflix.
I actually prefer her as a stand up to her sketch.
That's my question. Is she funny with stand up? She's funny with sketches. She's funny with script.
No, see, I opposite of that. I like her stand up. Yeah, girl, honey, ladies and gentlemen, I do comedy. Okay, this is what I pay attention to.
Oh, good girl. You are funny. I think you're funny.
Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm here for it. Leslie Jones, you're making moves, and I appreciate it. Trina, take a lesson. Like, just, we need a visual. I just need a visual from your album that we waited 3 years for. And I love you because you are the baddest bitch, and you're the most consistent bitch out of all the bitches. I'll give you that. You're still here. But I don't know, still standing. Okay?
You know that one? Tisha Campbell. I'm still here. Here, right?
Don't be that.
Okay.
Don't be hashtag don't be Tisha Campbell.
Oh, nah. That's my girl.
I mean, I love her.
Okay.
From Martin.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah, Gina. That's why we love you, and not the music. All right. So, do I still get to stall for a minute? All right, we're still going to stall just a quick second more.
All right, well, let's talk about...
but go ahead, give me it.
My honorable mention.
Serena Williams.
I know. Recently, she had to retire at the Rogers Cup.
She had to? What's
she
this
had to.
Someone forced her by the hand?
Not someone, but something, which was her back spasm. Oh. She had to give it up to the white girl. No, actually, she... No, she had a back spasm, which made her retire from the Rogers Cup. But her being a great sportsmanship player.
What'd she do?
She gave her a hug. They had a conversation. She ain't missing out.
First of all, girl, you Serena Williams. You was in a Beyonce video. You nailed how many clouds. You are Serena Williams. You are history. Okay.
Definitely. So.
Boom. But now let's talk about people who are creating history, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna cut to this video real quick. We had the one and only Lxuise in the building, and she played this game last week. We played with Jay Ronell, this song impersonation. So we had to have Ray come in and do it and see how that worked out for her.
Let's take a look.
Stay tuned.
Hey, this is Lxuise, and you guys are watching AfterBuzz tonight. All right, guys, so tonight we're playing song impersonation. All right, let's see what this does. TLC. You know what? Actually, I have a really good T-Boss impersonation, which is weird. The 22nd of loneliness, and we've been through so many things. I love my man with all honesty, and I know he's cheating on me, baby. Okay. Ironically, I don't listen to a lot of R&B like that, but I do know focus. Oh, so it's like, can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Yeah. That, okay. Drake! Look, I know guys love Beyonce, guys love to mess with your conscience, guys hate when women go missing, but baby, y'all ain't no different. These days it's hard to meet women. I feel like my love life is finished. I've been avoiding commitment. That's why I'm in this position. That's all I can remember for right now. Destiny's Child. Say my name when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running games. Say my name. You acting kinda shady. Baby, what a sudden change. Say my name, yeah. Okay. Of course, Brandy would be the last card. Seemed like ever since the first day we met, there is no one else I think of more than you. Can't seem to forget, can't get you out my head. 'Cause of burning sin, I'm crazy over you. How can I be down? Tell me where to start. 'Cause every time you smile, I feel tremors in my heart. I have but one concern. How can I get with you till that day comes? Here's what I'm gonna do. Sitting up in my room, back here thinking about you. Oh, man. Hey. Real ugly, nasty 90s run. This is Lxuise, and you guys are watching AfterBuzz Tonight.
Hey, she's a Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter. We got Lxuise in the building. Rap, 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 rap. Hey, boo.
Hey.
Hey, boo.
Oh.
I'm so excited you're here. We're just gonna take all the awkwardness out, and I'm just gonna tell you.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be here.
It's so fun. It has taken you a long time because I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna tell you a little story time. Because I was reminded today, actually, my homegirl Queen. So here, you might remember this studio. I used to do a show over on another network called Black Hollywood Live called The Beat.
I remember that interview.
Yeah, where we focused on independent artists. And it was like a weekend, so I forget what day we were taping that on. I think it was Tuesdays. And it was a weekend. I was walking my dog, and I came across DM Me, which was your EP. It was this, the image, it's what really drew me too. I was like, who is this with this imagery? It was a yellow album, and you had the little pink on with the glasses, and you was just looking fly, 90s. It was like, oh, who is this swag? And her name was Lxuise.
Oh my God.
And I came across you, and I was obsessed.
That's crazy.
And I put my homegirl Queen onto it.
Okay.
And we came into here. It was Black Hollywood The Beat, and we kept talking about you, and we have been your fans ever since. Now, let heaven be known how many people have connected me for this moment, because this is a really big moment for me, because I'm so excited.
So many different people was tagging you on my page when I put my LA thing out, but I remember you from the interview that you guys did, because I watched the whole thing when you guys talked about my older video and the weight loss thing.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. This is just a full circle moment. We're here. Hi.
So I want to talk to you about all of that, because you're someone who I don't see a lot of interviews with you.
Yeah. I don't get the chance to do press a lot, and it's not I won't do it. It's just not that many people have called me in for it.
You're focused more, but you're also really focused on music.
Yeah.
And what I love about you is that you have an understanding, and I'm going to just say this not based off, I never have had this conversation with you. I'm going to say I'm a Virgo and I have a third eye, and I
I thought you were going to say you're a virgin.
Well, at this point, I think after a certain amount of time, it happens again.
Lord Jesus.
And that time has come. But anyways, no, but for real, back to you. When I hear your music and your albums, I love that. I feel like you really understand artistry. And I think a lot of artists now, what drew me to you was that you release these projects, and the projects have a complete sound to them. And they're all different, but they all still sound like Ray.
Thank you.
And that's very much missing. I feel like that's something that the 90s provided for a lot of artists. And where did you learn that kind of business mindset? Ooh, there goes the wine. I'm just kidding. Don't get mad at me in the booth. Where did you learn that business mindset to kind of carry that attitude of music? Back in the day, when you dropped an album, that album was out for 2 years.
Right. Me personally, I grew up, I'm from a musical family. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, initially. My whole family is from there. And I grew up around like artists consistently, because my dad played keys for Aretha Franklin for 10 years.
Wow.
So it was just like I would constantly be in these situations with these artists, and every time I would encounter a new artist, somewhere along the line I would always like dive and go research on that person. I remember I was like 3 and I went to a funeral for one of Aretha's background singers, and we went to the funeral and we were in the cemetery and we were waiting for them to put her plot in the wall, and Stevie Wonder had words and he was just like, I miss her so much, and started singing as running and I'll be loving you always. It was like the scene out of The Best Man, but in real life at 3 years old. Like, I was freaking out. But, like, I went and I did a deep dive on Stevie Wonder. As soon as I got the resources to, everything. I was obsessed. So I did that with multiple artists. I remember the first CD I stole out of my sister's CD book was Under Construction by Missy Elliott. Like, I did a deep dive on Missy. Like, every single person, all the way down to, like, Dangerously in Love, and going back to the Destiny's Child stuff before she was solo, and looking into Beyonce when I found out about that CD, looking into Brandy, and every single person that stuck with me, it all became this kind of blending of my influences, and I brought that old school thing with me, like, on my back as I came into this game, because I felt like nobody was really staying authentic to what it was really meaning, because everybody was too busy trying to, I'm trying to pop, I'm trying to be just like this person, and I have to make the same kind of music that they're making. And what they don't know is stars don't stick in, they stand out. Like, if you look at the sky and you see stars in the sky, you don't see the tiny little ones, you see the ones that are burning the brightest. So...
And it's funny because when I hear your music, you do like, there are a lot of artists where it's like consistently, and especially right now, there's this certain sound that I don't know what people are actually calling it. I'm not going to even try to create a name for it. But it's like, it's a girl and it's a tone, and I guess guys do it too, but it's very like, and melodic and like universal, but like they all sound the same.
Because they all came from the same place, SoundCloud.
Ooh, I'm a SoundCloud.
Like, I came from SoundCloud too. Like, I remember when I was on SoundCloud and dropping projects, and I remember my stuff was really getting traction, and then all of a sudden I started to hear a lot of girls coming out doing the same type of music, the same type of vibe. And it wasn't even like people that were known per se. It was just like people who were being inspired by me just through the grapevine. So I can only understand like how quick somebody could find somebody else's sound and then gravitate towards it and be like, hey, well, we all want to do this.
Well, you understand the industry, right? So in that sense of it, how do you deal with something like that? Because I agree. It's funny. I do stand-up comedy, and my biggest role model growing up was Jim Carrey and Robin Williams. And when I went to school for stand-up and was taking classes and working with a lot of comedians, they all couldn't stand Robin Williams. And a lot of it was because he would go to shows with indie comedians, he would watch them, and he would do their act. And once Robin Williams does your act, you can't do it because now Robin Williams just did your act. How do you deal with stuff like that in the music community?
You gotta keep your chin up and keep reinventing yourself. I remember I was in a particular space where I felt like that was happening to me with a particular like mainstream artist, and I just no spilling tea. I ain't no snitch. I ain't no snitch.
It's just
snitches get stitches.
What does it rhyme with?
That's fine. Give us a tune.
Yeah.
I gave you a tune. That should give you all you need. Okay.
Wait, do it again.
All right. No. We're gonna focus right here.
Oh,
go ahead.
But,
got it.
Yeah, I am.
How do you deal with that? Honestly, like
I've been
it's
in a
stressful.
space where it's like it's so funny because when you're good, you get a lot of the same opportunities as these same other people. So it wasn't that my name wasn't in the rooms. It was just that I didn't have the clout. And I didn't have the right people standing up for me and what I have, because nobody was really going to bat for me as strong as I was going to bat for me. So I'm, at this place now where I'm independent and I'm trying to control everything myself by constantly switching it up, which is something that these other girls don't do. They don't, they're not able to transform themselves into other vibes, because no matter what they do, it's always going to sound like that one vibe. Thing, So me personally, like, I switched it up from project to project, like you said, like with Drift and Gold, which was, no, actually I had a project out, that was the one that Shakespeare was on. It was a live EP I did, like a MTV Unplugged type situation. The second EP was Drift and Gold, which is 5 songs, and it was like a heartbreak situation, vibey situation, like how the girls were really doing these last couple of years, like these sad, somber songs, and everything has to be at a certain
emo
tempo.
soul so in right now.
Yeah, it's actually neo soul. It's just neo soul with 808s attached to it.
Well, oh yeah, and then that's why I rewind it and I call it emo soul, because now white bitches is out here doing it.
True, you're right, and they're killing, and they're making the coin.
Yeah,
doing it. Shout out to Billie Eilish.
Ooh,
she's getting coin, going crazy. And she's very, like, dark and very, like...
But if you watch her, like, in interviews, she's like, hey, yeah, I was like I went to Mickey Mouse with my mom, and I was
she's super intelligent.
Yeah.
I fuck with the way that she's branding herself. But, yeah, like, I did that, and then after I did Drip and Gold, I did DM Me, because I was in a different place.
And honestly, like, when I tell you, like, that is an album that and I call it an album because that's how it affected me. Really. Like, I think when I hear Muse, like, it is just a song that it is iconic. It is forever. It is a song. And then seeing you live, and it's funny because we have a mutual friend, Josh, and I was telling him on the way to the show, I was like, I'm so excited to see her live, because I always have an imagination of what a person's going to sound like. And I'm usually let down. In 2019.
Is that what you say about me?
No, girl, you ain't singing to me. You're just spilling tea. That sounds the same no matter where you're spilling it. But it was really refreshing to go and see your vibe, because, again, you are a bitch. When bitches say, like, oh, that you're a vibe, bitch, she's a vibe. Like, on every level, the way you sing, the way you... Even, like, there's certain times where you don't even, it's like you hit those notes, but then sometimes you ain't even singing. Sometimes it's almost like you just pretty talking. You know what I mean? And it's just, but it's all a fucking vibe, and it tells a story, and I just think that there aren't a lot of people out there in the industry right now who are like you and who can learn from you. I'm trying to figure out why we ain't at the festivals, like why we not at the award shows.
I'm trying to figure that out too.
We got to talk about it. We're going to have a little constructive criticism, okay? We're going to have this conversation here, girl. Marketing 101, what's tea? Hashtag no, Brian in the chat talking about no snitching. He appreciated that.
He appreciated that.
All right.
Shout out to Brian.
I want to talk about being a woman in music. How has that... Not only we're going to break it down like this, being a woman in music. Not only that, being a black woman in music.
Yeah.
Not only that, but being a black woman in music who doesn't fit the physical mold of what a pop or soul or what we're trying to sell on the mainstream fits. Which goes back to our conversation years ago here at The Beat, where we talked about that. And how when we listen to your voice, that's not something that is attached to that feeling. Instagram makes me feel that way. Right. Social media makes me feel that way. How do you navigate and survive with those things, being a woman, being a black woman? How have those things affected you in this industry to not get you to where you deserve to be?
I feel like they constantly have affected me slowly, but it's all about, I'm one of those people, I love to prove people wrong. And every single time somebody has said something, you know, in regards to being constructive to my career, or in regards to even like closing those doors on me, I've always taken it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm in the hallway right now, so I'm gonna wait on my door to open, and if a door don't open, eventually I'm gonna build a door from the ground up.
Let's build a house.
So, like, I believe that me being marginalized has been tough because, you know, starting out, literally, most of the problems that I've had in this industry have not been from other women.
Really?
Have been from men.
And their views?
And their views and how they feel and their insecurities.
I love that
I've
you can
had
flip
men
it like this.
constantly talk down on me. I've had a man told me that I'm not famous enough to sing my own song. I'm not good enough to be an artist. I had a man told me to my face, like, I was in a situation where I was with this guy who's supposed to be helping me in my career, and I consistently asked him, I was like, I want to perform at SOBs. Can you make that happen for me? I don't know how or who you got to get in contact with. Just, can you make it happen? And that turned into, you got too much mouth, you should only be a writer, you'll never be an artist, da-da-da-da-da, all that stuff. And that's another man. Like, I've lost out on tour opportunities because of men and their insecurities, like, saying that, like, she's gonna smash the show. And I can't put her on the show. So
I feel like, can I interject for a second?
Yeah.
I feel like now, like, we're getting to a place where representation matters. And I'm really very fucking big on that. So you have girls like Lizzo,
which is amazing. She's amazing.
who's setting the bar high for women, to black women, you know, body positive black women, to be up and just do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
You know? And then you have women like Kelly Price. And then you have women like Monique and Leslie Jones, who are setting those bars for us women to come behind them and be like, you know what? These are the bitches that I look up to. They don't give a fuck about nothing.
Right.
Like, this is my chance to, like you said, build the door. And that's what you're doing.
And I feel like building the door is not as hard as people think it is.
Not in 2019.
All you gotta do is come out and be yourself. Right. Come out and be yourself. Have your tools in your bag and be ready to go. Like,
No, honestly, because look at this. AfterBuzz. Just look honestly. You look at something like AfterBuzz. This was started 10 years ago in a house, in a bedroom. And this studio was redesigned based off that. Not this one, Studio A, but whatever. You get the point.
Gotcha.
You guys can watch old reality roast episodes. But to say that, you know, I think we are, and there was an interview you did where you said, I think we're moving into a space where people are going to start paying attention to R&B and to lyrics, and words are going to matter. And I agree with you, because I think people are starting to hear, like, like, when people are like, who's your favorite artist out right now? I'm like, going back to old singers. You know, because it's like my albums now, if I was to make a mix CD, it's 12 different people in one song of theirs. Because now I'm not listening to artists, I'm listening to singles. I'm listening to, oh, this person dropped this. Oh, I ain't never heard anything else from them.
right.
But that song is popping. And that's why I can appreciate someone like a Lil Nas X, where he's using I look at both of you guys, actually, because he's someone who's using social media and being like, how can I ping pong off of it? Because he only got one tone.
Right.
You got all the tones. But you're busy, because you're a true artist and a true creative, focused on that, where I'm sure the social media and all that stuff ain't really your partay.
It's not that it's not.
Because you try to take too much on. I seen the interview when you was like, I'm the lawyer, I'm the housewife, I'm the writer, I'm the cooker, I'm the producer, I'm this,
everything.
I'm that.
I booked this interview for myself, child.
All right, guys, bye.
No, but like, yeah, I do a lot of stuff, but as far as the social media, I feel like I'm one of those people where I feel like the music should speak for itself. and not, I shouldn't have to have a gimmick. I shouldn't have to come out of my bag of tricks to get you to say, hey, look at me. I'm not about to poke no bears.
But that
just to
means
see.
every day you have to wake up and you have to put that same song out 150 times, and you're gonna say, all these 150 times, like, I don't want to put the same fucking song out, but everyone needs, because you got to get it out.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're the only one getting it out.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Girl, I can only help you so much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But the thing is because you have it. You have all the songs. You got enough material. We can restart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're only beginning. You haven't even, bitch, you haven't even budded yet.
Right.
That's the
and
thing.
that's crazy.
I like that word, budded.
She hasn't.
Sounds
haven't
like very sexual.
opened up.
No, honey, and baby, when she blooms, she finna bloom. Okay, no, because I think that I genuinely believe that you have a purpose, and I believe that your purpose is huge. And I think that right now is the beginning stage. And I think this is literally, I think today you coming in here and doing this is just like a little like,
Which
just
is
to tickle
crazy.
you. It's like a little orgasm. It's like, I'm a girl.
She's like, I'm
come
coming
on.
back next
I don't even do
year.
pussy like that, but come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next year, she's not gonna
girl,
call
raw
you
conversation is what we're having. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how I know that is because of the people that you said. We're all connected me to you. Mm-hmm. I know all of those people, and I know their hearts. And they all, it's like Captain Planet, bitch. We all in this together, put the ring on. And when we put it together, girl,
It's time
Captain
to
Planet.
go.
Captain Planet, about to be on.
Wait, you said Captain
Captain Planet.
Where are you from?
He's a hero. He's gonna take pollution down to
Yes.
zero. Can you
Shout
sing
out
that?
to Captain Planet.
What's your element?
What
My
element would
element?
you be? Yes.
I
Earth, wind,
personally-
fire, water, heart.
water.
Why? Interesting. Because you flow with
I
your
love
lyrics.
water. Plus, I'm a Cancer. But I'm a water baby. I love to swim. I love to be one with the water and just, I
you was about
could
to
be
do
in a
this.
tub all day. I could be in a tub all day. Backstroke, front stroke, side stroke,
Oh
butterfly.
shit, what's your number, girl? She know a backstroke?
There's something.
Well, it's been a long time, girl. I need a backstroke.
Get a little Teacher Moses in here, okay? All right.
Jesus.
Now, before we do this, so what I want to do is let's exit on a positive note.
Yes,
okay?
definitely.
So you and me, we have a fave in the same category, and it's Britney Spears.
I love Britney.
And it's so funny. I love her too. I hate what's happening to her on Instagram, but it's okay.
Me too.
Free Britney.
Free Britney.
Free Britney from
love
herself.
Britney Jean Spears.
Hey, yes,
and
you know her middle name.
Everything everything that Britney does is iconic.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody
Can you
says.
sing me a Britney song? That's what I really wanted in there.
Do you want me to
sing
sing
us
it
a
like
Britney
in my
song.
regular voice or in my Britney voice?
Okay,
sing
so we're
it in
gonna
your
do.
regular
No, I
voice.
want two. Because I really want to hear it in your voice. I really want you to sing "Baby" one more time in your voice.
Okay.
Like as if you were gonna record it. But then afterwards, I want you to give everyone your Britney because it was hilarious. But I need you right now to get into the Ray Louise, the artist.
Ray Louise, the
artistry,
artist.
You know what I'm saying?
Child, I'm about to look up these lyrics so I don't mess nothing up.
And I can only come in with the.
Come on.
Ooh,
'Cause I
felt
can't.
that over
I can't
here.
hit Britney's notes because she be hitting.
All right.
I love Britney. Listen, that
do it
It's been a long
again.
time.
Do it again.
And it's funny because we were talking about it. The TLC, you do a good T-Boz impression. That a lot of Britney and TLC songs, from the original albums, were meant for the opposite.
because Britney and T-Boz have the exact same voice, just an octave apart.
They're the same person.
Oh.
They're the same. I don't care what nobody says. Like, if you listen to their tones and the way you approach their voice and how to place it in your voice, you're going to realize that T-Boz is doing the exact same thing that Britney is doing. She just has a little bit more. T-Boz has more growl in her lower tone, and she has the ability to go from in her basement to the top, and Britney is more of
Right
a
here.
soprano. She's like a
It's like a nasal.
second soprano situation. Listen, listen, we love Britney.
I love. Please. When I tell you, the fact that my mother didn't know I was gay and walked into my room every single day, and I had half my room was Britney, half my wall was
Really?
Buffy.
Yes,
And my mom walked in and would be like, "Oh,
Sarah
he's in
Michelle.
love with Britney and Sarah Michelle Gellar." I'm like,
Buffy
"No, I
was
want to be
everything.
them. I want to be Buffy." I used to walk around at night with a little steak and pretend I was slaying vampires
Buffy was everything.
and performing Britney.
Buffy
Do you need
ain't-
the lyrics though?
I'm
Girl,
trying
how
to
our
get it,
engineer-
and
our-
this is terrible. Okay, come on, engineer.
You got good eyes?
Because I can't type. All right. So I'm singing "Hit Me, Baby" in my regular voice first.
The
right?
Ray Louise version.
Okay. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight, yeah. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Oh, because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, yeah. Hear me, baby, one more time.
We are losing our wigs here.
I just got my entire life.
Yes.
Okay, now give us the Britney version.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Don't be shady, girl.
No, but I love Britney, and Britney knows that she
Britney
sounds
knows this.
like,
Yeah, this is a Britney fan club right here.
you know? Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight, yeah. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me.
All right. You sound just like her. They're gonna give you copyright.
That was everything.
Jesus, I love Britney.
You're so
Look, this
talented.
would
I
have been
love
my
it.
best friend. She was lived next door to me. We would have been right up in my room. I would have been like, Ray, that's not the choreography I taught you yesterday, girl.
Patricia.
She thinks just because she has a voice.
So what do you call your fans who love you the most? Like, what do you call them? Like
The Louise.
Well,
the Louise? I'm down to be a Louise. I'm converted.
no,
as
no,
fuck
that's not
over
what
here.
it is. Go. What is it? But that's actually really cute. So if you want it, I'm taking 10% off that.
come on, 10%. But I actually don't have a name as of yet.
Well, if we've credit,
So,
why don't we credit what's
I'm
right?
working on it.
I'll be a ray. Like a ray of sunshine. Like, I'm down to be a ray.
No, little Louie. She keeps them in the bag.
Uh,
I'll sit in,
little
Ray's
Louie.
bag.
He said, what's big, sweetie?
Okay.
sweetie.
Okay, so your latest EP we got back.
Yes.
Now, I heard or I seen we're going to drop another half to that.
Yes, we are.
Because I'm like,
Part
girl,
two.
not 4 songs.
Yeah, it was short on purpose.
Okay.
It was, a reintroduction from the year that I kind of had and everything that I was
Because your
dealing
last
with.
EP was like
Listen.
Oh, no, I got
Nothing
converted. Like, I really got converted.
nostalgia was everything. No.
If it wasn't
Thank
for
you.
him, like, he converted it to me. Like, he held my eyes open. You ever seen Robot Chicken before? When they hold the eyes
I
open
have.
like that and they make you watch it and, like, make you listen to it? I was that person. But you know what? It was great art. I
Thank
still listen
you.
to it now. You're part of my cleanup mix. When you're part of the cleanup mix, you royal as fuck.
Yes, that's
Shaka
Anita
Khan.
Baker.
You're right.
That's
Ooh,
Sweet
you got
Love
Anita
in the morning.
Baker.
That's Anita
You got
Celine.
Shaka Khan, and now you
Shaka.
got Ray Louise.
Yes.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate that. Yeah, this new project.
So where's that story gonna go? Because this one told us about we started the relationship.
it was starting the relationship.
What in the Tyler
and,
Perry movie's going on?
Well, the second half things have skewed.
Oh,
And I'm just being
now
more.
she's a director.
I'm just being more real on the second half. Like the first half literally was just like me getting my feet wet, getting back into the bag after Nostalgia came out. My contract ended with the indie label that I was with, and from that point on, in that February, I really was operating you know, on thin ice because I had no manager, no label deal. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to transfer from nostalgia to this new era without losing that integrity, but still not being in the 90s New Jack Swing thing, because, you know, I feel like people get tired of it after a certain point, because it was like Bruno Mars had a 3-year straight run.
Yeah. No, but I love that you come EP every year, and this is the sound, and now we're gonna switch over to this sound, and then we're gonna do this sound. You know what I mean? Because there's other girls out here love a Tiana Taylor. But I do.
What's wrong with Tiana?
I love Tiana, but the problem is, personally,
what happened?
I just feel like we get the same sound with Tiana. I remix a 90s song, give it to me. I love it. I appreciate it. I don't need it for 3 albums. I don't need it for 3 albums. I'm here for...
I love T. I love T. And I love what she's doing. I love what she throws in there.
Just because I say what I say don't mean I don't love
I'm saying, I feel like, you know, there are things that with her, definitely, like, music-wise, that could be, you know, a little more zhuzhed up, but I feel I feel like she has a great direction, and she has a great standing
There's something
ground.
holding her back, though, because there's no reason Tiana Taylor should not be...
True.
This should not be blown
Google me, baby.
Exactly.
Listen, you better ask somebody.
Since then, you work with Pharrell. Like, what? Why are we where we're at?
Well,
why am I seeing Iman and Ralph's? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I love them.
Wait, you say you see who in there?
Iman and Ralph's. Her man.
Oh, he's shopping for limes and stuff?
No, I don't know. Just on the phone. You know what I mean? Waiting to be
Ralph's?
Waiting to be seen. But the thing is like, Tiana, like, I love you, but I just feel like there's something stopping that, right? But the whole point
you feel
of
like there's a wall she needs to get over.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a personal thing.
Well, I have a surprise for you.
Throttle thing.
I do.
I have a surprise for you. Please welcome Tiana Taylor. No, I'm just playing.
Come on in, girl, because I'm here for the last album. The newest song with Diddy's son. Here for it. Not here for Diddy's son, but I'm here for Tiana.
You're anti-Diddy.
I love Diddy.
Oh my God!
And I really love Justin.
You read her about making the band last week.
Ooh, but but come on, everything Diddy picks up, it lasts for 1.5 years, and then we don't ever hear from him.
We have
again.
DK3.
Who? He's trying to come up with a whole new band.
Shout out to DK3 for trudging it on. My girl Don Richard.
Don Richard.
Richard.
Yes,
that's the only one thing holding the glue. That's the glue.
And we have Aubrey and we have Shannon.
I love Aubrey and Shannon. I love Dumb Blonde.
Look. I love Shannon, actually, legit. But go look at Aubrey's latest Instagram post and tell me what
she's a little airbrush. The coochie is like...
I wish she would airbrush that. Girl, because you out here looking like Brave Little Toaster.
No, she was looking like The Sims too.
No, she looked like Brave Little Toaster. Anyways, I don't want to... I'm trying to be clean, cleansing of the negativity, positivity. Ray,
you never know what you're going to get.
Ray, where can everyone follow you, keep in contact with you, love you, and appreciate you?
So everybody can follow me on Instagram at RELXUISE, and that's Ray Louise. My Facebook is Ray Louise. You can like my page on there. My Twitter is OG Ray Louise with the OG in front of it because my last one got shut down. Twitter, you know what you did. And I believe that's about it. We're working on a website for this next project. Which
when are we getting the back to back?
The part 2 is hopefully
back to life.
And what are we doing with visuals, girl?
We're working on visuals. I'm working on something like really special for this second part. I kind of did something quick, really just to close out this last chapter of Back. We just shot a short visual for Nervous, just something cute, simple, just to really just close out that chapter, because for part 2, we're going hard. It's revamped, new hair, new life, new look, everything. So,
because let me tell you, when you see her live, she doesn't give you one tone. She hits every single one. When you think you about to come here and get sultry, she's gonna give you a hyphy, and then she's gonna give you a belt, and then she's gonna give you a tone, and she's gonna give you a mood, and that is Ray Lou motherfucking East.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Well, show off this manicure before you go off, though.
Yeah.
Nails is
My
popping.
nails?
Oh, it's a nail cam. Welcome.
Nail
All right,
cam.
Wendy.
These
Right.
are my signature. I always rock white nails.
The
I
flat
rock them
tips?
on the DMV
But do the
cover.
feet match, though? Do the feet match?
The feet don't match right now, but
Okay,
they
right now.
always match.
Honey,
Right,
she
the
said,
white and the
she
white.
said, she
I
said
don't do
that
any other color on my toes.
Besides white.
Besides white.
You know.
White is clean.
You know the
Cleanliness
game.
is next to godliness.
Ooh,
Okay.
purity.
Okay.
What day
Amen.
Joel say feeling white when I'm feeling
Oh, Bashata.
godly?
Okay, this is
Yes.
gonna get weird in a second. But J-Lo, where can everyone follow
Yes,
you?
you guys can follow me at Who Is JLo Rocks. That's 2 X's 3 if you nasty. Ew.
Okay. All right, so y'all can hit me up everywhere at DJ Jesse J. Also hit us up across all social media platforms at AfterBuzz Tonight, and you guys can hit us up also at AfterBuzz TV. And y'all already know, at the end of the day, only you can prevent your dreams from coming true. Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.